Welcome back. We are finally ready to dive into the design settings. This is where your branding is going to live for your site, and this is what's going to make it start feeling like yours. So we're going to navigate up to the very top left. Under site settings, we have design settings. Go ahead and select that. It's going to open this window here, and this is the hub of your branding. This is the first place where you want to go in and make changes, because here changes apply globally. What that means is when I change this hot pink color, say my brand color instead of hot pink is more of like a lime green. Once I change this, everywhere where this hot pink color is used is going to change to that lime green. So this is a great place to go ahead and start customizing, and then you can make changes on an individual level later. Go ahead and take a look at your color palette, see what colors you want to sub in for where. If I close out of this and I know that my main brand color isn't pink and it's lime green, maybe I want to make sure that I use this color, number 2. I can go in and put that in the design settings to give myself a head start. Of course, you can make individual tweaks and changes later. So go back to the design settings. Instead of this hot pink color, I want this to be a lime green. I'll go in here and put my hex code in and then click OK to save that. And I'll do that for each color in my color palette. Now, if you don't have 8 colors, don't worry. You can leave the last ones white or black or some kind of variation of gray, or you can do a tone of your specific color. Select OK, and now that our color palette is loaded, we also want to work on our fonts. So first we're going to go up to the under site style, we're going to click on fonts right next to it. And these are the fonts that are already activated inside this account. However, yours will probably only have a couple of different fonts that are used inside your template. You have access to the entire Google font library free to use fonts on your site. So you'll click on Google Fonts here. And then this is going to bring you to the Google Fonts page where you can see what all of the different styles look like and find one that works for you. Once you've selected a font that is either for your brand or one that you like, you'll go back into Showit and choose that font from the drop down here. Now there is a paid font specific to this template. That paid font is this one here. It is Cute Drop, and you can find the details of where to download that font inside the same page where you found these videos. I'm going to show it to you here. There is a video library. This is where our videos right now will be, and then you'll see Cute Drop. You can purchase the script font using this link here. I'll show you what that looks like. Once it loads, this is from Creative Market. You'll scroll down and you want to make sure that you're selecting a web font. So I'm going to choose under license, I'm going to click on web font, and then select the total monthly page views that you get. For example, if this is a brand new site, you probably will be around the lowest tier. However, if you have a more established site, you'll want to check out your page views and pick the appropriate license. If you have any questions at all, you definitely can contact the brand owner here. You'll just click on contact us if you have any questions about licensing, but make sure you purchase this font in order to use this specific one on the site if you are not using your own brand fonts. Once you have a custom font purchased from Creative Market or your own brand fonts, make sure you have the license and the WOFF file. That's a WOFF file, and you'll upload it to the media library. I'll have an entire video on the media library coming up next, but for now, just know that it goes into the media library. And then you'll be able to select it from the drop down here inside of WOFF font. So these are all the ones in our account right now, but you'll be able to select yours from the drop down. Remember, just select that you own a license to use this font on your website, and then you'll click Add Custom Font, and it will be activated in your list over here. Once you are happy with the fonts that you've loaded, whether they're Google fonts or custom fonts, you're going to hit Save. Going back into the design settings, we can further customize by going to Site Style and then changing out the different fonts here. Now that we've got your font set, what we'll want to do is go to Site Style, and then we can plug in those fonts that we just uploaded to the different styles here. We have a title, a heading, subheading, and paragraph. In order to change these, I'll first select the text you want to edit. So for this example, I'll choose heading. Then I'll click on the font I want to switch it to. And let's say I want this to be the sunflower. I can change the color if I'd like. And this is just going to be the defaults for when I add things in. It also will go through the template and automatically change the headings and the titles and the paragraphs to match the styles that you set to give you a head start on customizing. You can play around with the sizing and positioning if you'd like, the letter spacing. You can go ahead and customize everything to make sure that it is fitting your brand. You'll do this for heading, title, and subheading, as well as paragraph. You also can choose the default background style. So for this one, we have an off-white. It's kind of a very, very, very light pink color. If you want a darker site, you may want to choose a darker color for the background and choose lighter fonts. Totally up to you, whatever fits your brand. You'll notice when I change the color or the font or the size, it changes on both the desktop version and the mobile version. So if we go to Quick Stand Light or Quick Stand Medium, if you need to adjust the sizing or anything independently, what you can do is select these little tabs here where it has the mobile and the desktop. So if I click on desktop, now I can edit the size or the color specifically for that. If you don't see this option next to the property that you're looking for, all you need to do is click on the underline and where it's highlighted for this example color, and then you can split it. So now we can have a different color on desktop, and if we select the mobile tab, we can change it to a different color on mobile. This same thing applies to all of these properties here that are underlined. Just go ahead and split them if they're not already, if you need the changes on desktop to be different than the changes that you made on mobile. Once you are happy with everything inside of the site styling section, you can go ahead and hit save, and then your changes will populate across your site.